Good morning, guys. Last night got weird because I was starting to feel symptoms like I had had gluten, and I thought I'd been really careful yesterday and not had any gluten. But by the end of the night, my stomach looked like I was 4 months pregnant. So, anyways, that was really distracting, and then I was really upset at myself for like feeling not good. So it was an early night. Plus, everything that I was working on was just kind of like not going how I wanted. Like I was trying to make the starting chain for the vertical panel of my mom's top, and for some reason I think I was like miscounting, but like I was at 190 chains and it was smaller than the horizontal panel, which was 178 chains. So I'm thinking that I just forgot to count a few sets of 10, because that happens from time to time. But it was just like really frustrating at my like current mind place. Also, I was working on a skirt that I was like really excited about, and this is something you should know about me. I don't do fabric, like I don't do test squares or whatever. Not because I don't see the value in them, just because I like when I'm ready to start working, I'm ready to start working, and I don't want to mess around with the fabric square or a like little swatch square. So I was expecting that because I'm using a really tiny hook for the skirt that it would shrink more, and 8 rows later it has not shrunk at all. So I'm gonna have to redo that and make the chain slightly smaller. And I also have been working on another fun project, but I'm essentially like, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I really want to turn my like the plastic canvas into a corset. And so I've been working on the, what is it called, the what is it called, the boning. I've been working on the boning for the corset, and yeah, so that's exciting. That's what I'll be doing with the green yarn instead of making another one of my like tie-up cardigans. I'm definitely feeling better this morning. I have my iced coffee and I like have a positive attitude, and I'm not really, I have like, I did my planner for the morning, and I don't have like too much that I wrote out on my to-do list, because I feel like the days where I just like let my mind do whatever it wants are the days that I get the most accomplished. I would like to finish at least the first sleeve of my NYGC cardigan, the like bubblegum pink one. I also would like to go back to working on the cropped tied up cardigan, the lighter pink one, and finish that second sleeve, just because I go back and forth every day what outfit I want to wear to Christmas. I know it's like not that big of a deal, like it's literally just Christmas, but I like have a long standing history the past 3 years of always wearing a cardigan, and so I just want to keep that going. And now that I think about it, I think I'm gonna wear the NYGC one, because the past 3 years I've actually worn cropped versions of the NYGC one, but it's gonna be a really chilly Christmas, so I think I should wear the full length one. Well, thank you for solving that dilemma. Anyways, so I want to do that, and then I do want to work on that vertical panel. Hopefully around this afternoon my brain will be clear enough and like concentrated enough that I can get that knocked out. But yeah, we'll see how much I get accomplished. It's currently 10:30, and yeah, let's have a good day, hopefully. Alright, so it's exactly 1 o'clock, and I just finished the sleeve. I actually really love it. I accidentally made it a little bit less ruffly than I usually do, and I actually prefer this. It kind of like, I don't know, flowers out more than the other one. Let me get the other one. Alright, so here's the other sleeve. This is like the original ruffle, and like it's cute for sure, but I would find sometimes it just felt too ruffly. And with this one, I mean, like it's not like that drastic of a difference, but this just feels more like a natural, it could ruffle this much, versus this one is a little bit overdone. I don't know. Maybe I'll end up changing it later, but for now I prefer it. I think it's 1 o'clock. I'm definitely getting hungry, so I'm gonna take a break to eat breakfast / lunch, and then I'll probably work on my mom's top. I think it's currently 11:07, and I haven't really gotten that much done. I was able to start on the vertical panel. It's cool because essentially how I'm doing it, I'm like increasing one side but decreasing the other, so it's remaining the same length technically, and it'll be theoretically easier to attach. But we'll see about that. I also took some time. Oh no, it wasn't that bad. I don't know if you saw my facial reaction, but I thought I messed up. I don't know if I talked about this yesterday, but I've been working on a skirt, and I've tried it a few different ways. Initially I was going to, because sometimes I like the look of like seams and stuff on clothes, but other times with crochet, if you can do it in the round, why not just do it in the round? But I tried out a way that would have seams, and I don't know, me personally, I like to try on stuff as I go, and I don't like the fact that when you have like 2 panels, the front and the back, you literally don't really know if it fits, especially if you're a bit curvier and stuff. So then I switched to doing in the round, and I think I did talk about this yesterday because I thought it was going to shrink, and it did not end up shrinking at all. So yeah, so I ended up making one that fits pretty good, so I'll be able to keep working on that. And yeah, I'm feeling kind of weird, kind of a little bit gluten-y, hence why I'm drinking a ginger ale. I don't know what it's been, but like around this time of night, the past 3 days, it's felt like I've been glutened, and I think it's in my head, except one day. I definitely was glutened one day, but yeah, I don't know. So it's definitely affecting, like, 1, I just don't feel really good, to be honest, but 2, I just can't really concentrate or like decide on what I should be prioritizing and working on. I was about to say something. Yeah, I completely forgot. Today was really weird because when I had stopped to take my lunch break after I finished that first sleeve of the NYGC cardigan, my laptop arrived. I ordered a new MacBook that I'm really excited about. I think it's going to work out, and it's going to be great because in order to like edit YouTube videos and stuff like that and work on my paper for like my big senior thesis paper I have to write, I need a new laptop, and now I have it. But it like took some time, you know, like playing with it, and then I had to post for my social media clients, and then I was really hungry, so then I ended up eating dinner. And then for the past I guess it's been 4 hours really of me just like working pretty diligently, except I did pause to make a TikTok when I start to not feel the best. And you know when like you think, you're like, wow, that TikTok, it's about to be the one that goes viral. It's not, probably. It's usually the ones that you least expect to go viral that do actually go viral from my personal experience. But yeah, it doesn't ever change the fact that I always like have that delusion in my brain. So I think that's also messing me up because I'm just kind of sitting here just waiting for the influx of followers and emails that probably, realistically, if they do come, it's not going to be until really early in the morning, and I'm not going to be awake for that. And if we're really being honest with ourselves, it's probably not going to come at all, which is fine. I just need to stop living in my delusion, you know? I still don't remember what I was initially going to say. Oh, I don't think this is what I was initially going to say, but I was thinking about this while I was crocheting. Because essentially, so I go to school in Ohio. I don't know if I've said that yet. And it's very cold this time of year in Ohio and snowy. And the way my collection's working out, it's kind of, like I said, it's not really seasonal at all. There's cardigans, but there's also gonna be like shorts and skirts and stuff. It's essentially a capsule collection is how I'm thinking of it. But in order to get, I prefer outdoor pictures. I got this white backdrop when I first started doing posts for my website, and I like it, but it's just really hard to get white, and I don't love editing my pictures at all because I just find it difficult to make it consistent. So I just prefer to do outdoor, like stylized lifestyle pictures. But I can't do that if it's snowing when I get back to campus. So next week's gonna have to be pretty productive, and I'm gonna have to finish up a good amount of things so that when I get back from pet sitting, I can take pictures. And so I think thinking about that's also kind of messing me up concentration wise. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm proud of myself for filming this clip because I was really about to tuck myself in, but yeah, probably gonna go to sleep. See y'all in the morning regardless. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon, you guys. I've been awake for a while, but I just wanted to sort of like focus on finishing up some things. I didn't end up working anymore last night. I'm really trying to balance pushing myself in a healthy way to finish up things versus recognizing when my body just needs to go to sleep and I decide to go to sleep. That being said, it's currently like 1:45 and I just finished the vertical panel. I am really pleased with how these ends turned out. Everything I do is free-handed, I guess is what people call it. I don't look up patterns for anything, and most times if I need to figure out how to increase or decrease a certain way, everything's from trial and error. This way of doing it literally just popped up in my head because I was like when I was thinking about how I was gonna put everything together, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna have to figure something out for that, and I'm just so happy that it worked out. That being said, I'm really hungry now because I got into one of those productivity moods where you just need to finish something. So now that I finished, I'm going to eat, and then if I'm still feeling my productivity mood, we'll start to put it all together. If not, I might switch to working on the cardigan. We'll see. But yeah, so happy to be closer to being done. Alright, so I'm back from my lunch. I had a very speedy lunch. It's literally 2:17. I scarfed it down because I was very hungry. And now it's time to, I think while I still am motivated, work on my mom's top a little bit more. I have the panels here, so we all know this is the base panel. I still am going to have to redo this top bit. I think just extend it out a little bit, and then this hem that's on it, it's currently I don't know, less than half an inch, and I want to make it a whole inch at the very least. Additionally, we have this horizontal bottom panel, which essentially will go like so. It'll go something like this, but like that. And then this bottom piece will also have a hem, so it'll all have a nice finish. And lastly, we have the vertical panel, which I just finished, and I was testing out, and this is very much so going to be a trust the process, because when I personally am looking at it all together, not finished, I see the vision, but when I show you guys, like I said, just trust the process, if you will. Should I switch to a different angle? Okay, fine. Essentially, we have this. We have the horizontal, well, okay, first we have the main body panel. Then we have the horizontal panel with like a fake hem that will be real. Then we have the vertical panel that goes into like a one shoulder situation. And then as you can see, this is why I want to fix this, because it just isn't, it doesn't go out enough. But yeah, it looks like something, but it doesn't look like everything quite yet. And hopefully we can get it to looking like everything. Hopefully that like kind of paints the picture of what I'm trying to do. This top wasn't my idea. It was something my mom came to me with. If my editing gets really good, I'll pop the picture here or here of like the sketch. It came from like a dress initially, and like the shoulder was like really wide, but my mom's really petite, so she wanted something a little bit tighter in. And initially we were talking about making the one shoulder bit a bit flowier, but now that I'm looking at it with like the weight of the crochet, I just don't think it'll look quite right. And I also really don't want to have to redo this, so I'd rather just not mess with it a bunch, if you get what I mean. So anyways, let's work on that. I really don't know what to begin with. I think I should do the hem for the vertical panel and also do a row of single crochets on each of the bases, so that it's easier to attach. Yeah. I don't remember the last thing I filmed. It's currently 6:59 and I just finished redoing this top part. It looks so much better now because I like added a, you can't really tell, but I essentially like added a hem to, not a hem, I call it hemming, but it's probably not actually hemming. Let's just say I added a hem to the like base to attach it all, and then I added a hem at the top so that it's a lot more flush, and it still like pops up a little bit, which is good because it'll fit her top half or whatever. I need to do the same for the horizontal piece and the vertical piece, because yeah, this is how it was looking before, and I just didn't like that it wasn't flush. Like it kind of balloons out and it doesn't look as neat as this. So I'm going to stop to get a snack / dinner situation, and then I'll come back and do this and then attach it all. I initially was going to line all of this with single crochets, but my mom really wants this to look flush, and I think it'll look more flush if it doesn't have the single crochets there. So once I attach everything, I just have to add the snap button so that it can be closed, and I probably won't do that until the morning. I will, like I said, today is Christmas Eve. My family usually cooks for Christmas, even though we don't typically have it at my house, and so I need to help my brother cook. I know what you might be thinking, how untraditional, she's a girl and not cooking. I typically would be cooking, but with my gluten allergy, I have to be careful in the kitchen. So my mom's doing all like the gluten heavy stuff, and my brother's making like potato salad and sweet potatoes and stuff like that. And I'll be making myself a gluten-free mac and cheese. Yum. Anywho, I'm about to go eat something and then fix up this stuff. And then while I wait for my brother to be ready to start cooking, I'll probably switch to the cardigan. But yeah, very productive. Did I say what time it is? It's almost 7 o'clock. Good morning, you guys, and Merry Christmas. My hair is looking really, I literally can't do it. It's too much. Let's just call this a updo. Yeah? Yeah, an updo. Boom, just like that. If you ever want to know how I did my signature updo. There you go. Sometimes I put a extra scrunchie so that these pieces are not just laying here. Anyways, good morning, guys. It's, oh, good morning and Merry Christmas, you guys. Now, you may have noticed, Taylor, you said you were gonna be so productive yesterday. What happened? You were picking up the vlog the morning of Christmas. And do I have a story for you? Let's just say around 9:30 at night, I'm hearing my brother start to panic on the phone with my parents. And mind you, my parents are divorced, so anytime that there's a three-way call involving one of us and my parents, nothing good is ever happening. And the same moment that I hear him say something along the lines of, "Oh no, that's not good," I just start to hear water pouring. And I live in Atlanta. Atlanta is not built for frigid weather, and we are currently in the midst of the deep freeze going all across the East Coast, and I suppose some of the Midwest. And we thought we had did some stuff to prepare. You know, we had the faucets dripping for the most part, and the temperature, like the heat was on. But alas, a pipe seemed to have bust in my mother's bathroom. And of course my mother was not there. So it was up to me and my brother and eventually my dad to figure out how to soak up all this water and turn off the pipe. It was a lot. And the thing they don't tell you about when pipes burst is that even once you turn off the pipe, which usually doesn't happen for a little bit because you have to like figure out the right one and yada yada yada. Even once you do that, you still gotta get all the water up. And lucky for us, my mom's bathroom had this handy dandy slit in the tile that allowed the water to pool into the floorboard and therefore try to ruin our ceilings downstairs. I haven't been down there this morning for fear of the worst. But yeah, no, that was a lot, to say the least. And so, you know, after like 2 hours of that, and then like we finally got things calmed down, I just need a minute. So with that changed, renewed attitude, I was able to pick back up working on my mom's top and get it mostly finished by the end of the night. I just had to add the slits. So let's see. Like I said, it's mostly finished. I need to still, before I show you guys, one of the reasons why I was having a bad attitude was because, so my townhouse was having issues, but then there's like sets of apartments next to my townhouse that I was noticing all day having issues, and so they turned off all the water, and I wish I had known that before I went to use the bathroom, and didn't use quite enough toilet paper, if you get the drift. So that put me in a little bit of a upset mood. And then my brother told me that they turned the water off. And when I woke up this morning, first of all, I do not smell good right now. Nothing about me smells good. But number two, you know when you wake up and you're like, I need to use the bathroom? Can't do that. You're just gonna have to hold it until Christmas. Not to mention, the big thing that had to happen last night was that me and my brother were supposed to be cooking. Both of our meals required a good bit of water. And I wish I had better prepared for what this would look like, because it was really my naivete to what a pipe bursting would look like that's having my attitude like this. So, you live and you learn. Anyways. The long awaited top reveal. So, to give you guys some context, me and my mom showed too much. My mom sent me an image of a sketch of a dress. Maybe I put it here. The dress had this cool upper part where, like, you know, the sleeve and then like kind of drapes off the arm, and it's like a lot more drapey. with crochet, I mean, you can get it drapey, but if you get it drapey, it's going to most likely be see-through, and my mom didn't want it see-through, so it had to be a little bit more rigid slash structured, whatever. So I'm working on it, and initially I was doing it in a round, but I realized that for it to be like, you know, a nice tight top around her bust and stuff, it probably would be better if it was some way openable, you know, to make it easier to slip on. And so I prefer a laced up sort of situation, but I understand that like for my mom and like some women, they don't want to show that much skin, and so we decided to just do like a snap up situation. So that's what I was working on this morning, the snap up. But long awaited reveal. This is the top. There's not really a good way to hold it that doesn't make it look, I don't know. As you can tell, there's 3 panels: the horizontal panel, the vertical panel, and then the main like bust panel. I'm really glad that I changed the hem lines and stuff like that. I ended up making this one slightly smaller than this one, but it still has a cool effect. This is what the back looks like. Yes, and then as you can see on the side, this is not the easiest thing to hold up and show. As you can see on the side, there's like an opening, and I'm honestly really glad that I didn't do the single crochets there, because while this obviously is noticeable, I'm hoping that on her it doesn't look as noticeable, and if in the end it makes more sense to have the single crochets, I can always add that. But yeah, there's like it's like the row of snaps is attached to the top hem, so that's not just like flying everywhere, but then there's like a row of snaps, and should make it pretty easy to put on. I'm hoping that this top will fit her perfectly, so that there shouldn't be any like you know, like pulling and stuff. If I have to add more buttons or like adjust the placement of the buttons, I definitely can do that, but I'm just glad to have something to give to her. Would I classify this as a Christmas gift at this point? Yes, because this was it was a lot of work. I think I'm a constant underestimator of how long it actually takes to crochet things. I think it's completely fine when you're starting out to just price based on what you feel and stuff like that, but at a certain point you gotta kind of be for real with yourself. And I only charge my mom the cost of the yarn because like a series of other things, like the fact that her purse took like just about 8 months. I just really wanted her to like have something to match the purse. How much would I charge for a shirt like that? To be honest, I don't know. It's like a custom sort of situation, and so I'm thinking of that I'll be charging for like the actual like sketching and measurementing and stuff like that for a custom, and that'll probably be a pretty standard payment of like, I don't know, let's say $35 for like the ideation process. And in terms of how much this actual top would cost, I didn't time this one because I wanted a project that I didn't have my timer on, because sometimes the timer makes me like feel like I'm under pressure and stuff. But I would say this probably took anywhere from 18 to 22 hours to give you an idea. Now, would I say this is a $250 top? I don't know. I would say it's definitely between 180 and 200, but I don't know about 250. So that's just kind of like where I'm at with it. I really look forward to actually seeing my mom in it, because I have a hard fast rule where I don't try on other people's clothes. Number one, me and my mom are not the same size, but I could easily like try to make sure that this fits. But number two, one, I just told you guys how dirty I am, so how disgusting would it be for me to put on my mom's clean shirt knowing how disgusting I am? And number two, it just, if I knew that someone was trying on my clothes, that's just very unsettling. So if you ever order from me, just know that I will never try on your clothes. When people on Instagram, no shade to them, like will try on something or take pictures and be like, about to send this out, and it's like a bralette, yuck. The only thing that I will take pictures of or like holding and like styling are bags, but that's like a bag. But if you ever order a clothing item, a crochet clothing item for me, just know I am not wearing it or putting it on my body. That pretty much wraps up this vlog. As I said, it is Christmas, so Merry Christmas if you guys celebrate Christmas. I'm going to have to still weave in those ends, but I need to pack up some stuff because I most likely will be staying at my mom's boyfriend's house overnight, and then tomorrow I start pet sitting anyways. Now you might be wondering, Taylor, you said that you wanted to just blanked. You said that you wanted to finish that cardigan. Were you able to finish that cardigan? No. And I don't appreciate you asking a question. Yeah, it came down to me being really upset. The 2.5 hours that was spent trying to make sure that our house did not cave in. And the fact that at the end of the day, when all is said and done, me crocheting a new cardigan just for Christmas, especially since this Christmas is very low-key. I think there's gonna be like maybe 7 of us. It's a very low-key Christmas. I just decided I value sleep over another cardigan for Christmas, and I actually have a cardigan I could wear. I just have worn it before. So yeah, the next vlog will be in a whole different environment because I'll be pet sitting for my friend, and you'll get to meet all her little animals, and we will be seriously grinding because, as I said, if I want to take some good pictures outside, I'm gonna have to take them here in Atlanta because it is way too cold in Ohio for me to be taking pictures in mini skirts and halter tops. Wish me luck. So yeah, bye guys, and thanks for tuning in. Leave some comments down below and how I can improve these vlogs. I know that I might want to like start moving the camera more, maybe showing you guys me crocheting more and stuff like that. But for now, I just wanted to focus on like getting comfortable, actually remembering to vlog. Oh gosh, y'all have to use the bathroom so bad. I have to use the bathroom so bad. This is not good, and my brother is not waking up, and we still have to pack up our stuff, pack up all the food, pack up our presents, get in the car, drive like 30 to 40 minutes down to my mother's boyfriend's house, and that will be the time that I'm able to use the bathroom because of course it's Christmas, so not a lot of places are going to be open for me to pop in and run and use the bathroom. Wow. Merry Christmas, you guys.